we are going to be making a Magic 8-Ball code. It's slightly more advanced than last video, so if maybe this will help you learning about lists and how to print random. Because if you've seen a Magic 8-Ball before, you just you ask a question, and then you basically shake it, and it gives you an answer. Doesn't matter if you don't ask a question. It's just a set of random answers. I think it's 8 random answers because it's a Magic 8-Ball. So we are going to be coding for the Magic 8-Ball today. First thing you need is basically a list that's going to contain strings. So we can name the list maybe answers. So answers. And then that equals brackets because we're using a list. And then it'll contain strings. So a Magic 8-Ball has yes, and then comma, because we're doing more than just yes. We're doing 7 more. And then we're going to do yes, no. And then there's, sure. You could add your own, because this is our own version of a Magic 8-Ball. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. So yes, no, sure, maybe, and that's 4. We need 4 more, and then definitely, definitely. Okay, I definitely spelled that wrong. Definite, yeah, there it is. Definitely. Then there's what is there? Not in a million years. Not in a million years. So not in a million years, that is 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Oh, we need it. Then after this, there can be a nope. I know there's already no, and we're gonna be nope and yeah. There's just basically yes is yeah and no is nope, but spelled differently. So we have our list with the answers of the Magic 8-Ball. Next, we need to figure out how to print random. So answers is the list. It's basically a variable. So if we ever want to call answers back, then it's going to be, it's going to have these answers. So that's why it's called answers. We want to have a meaningful name. That's why I called it answers, because it contains 8 answers. So next, we're going to do, we need to figure out how to print a random from these answers. So we're going to do import random. I forgot that. Because if we're going to want to use random, we're going to need to import it first. So we could do import random from Brandon, but if you want to do it quickly, you're going to want to do import random. Okay, and then once you've done that, we're going to need to we need to get the question. So we're going to make a question, and we can call it question. Question, keep it simple. And then it's going to do question equals. And then equals, what is it going to equal? It needs to equal what is your question. So we're going to do parentheses because this is not a list, so we don't use brackets. And then what is your question? See, and then if I run that, if I run it, let me do input, because that just says that it's inputting that, and we need to make sure that's a string. So str, that means string, and then parentheses. So there's 2 parentheses, so this one should have 2. Now if we run it, it says what is your question? This to the side. So you can see it says what is your question because I put that here. You don't need string. I just remembered that it's already by default string, and if we change it to integer, then it's integer. You don't have to put string, but if you want to, you can. There's nothing wrong with it. And what is your question? We could say hi. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to say we're going to print random, because we've imported random right here. Oh, that turned orange now. But we've imported it right here, so we're going to use that right now. We're gonna import, well, we imported random. Now we're gonna call back random, and we're gonna give it choice, right? Yeah, choice. Random dot choice, actually. Yeah, choice. Okay, random dot choice, and then we're going to need this, because it's just random dot choice. It doesn't know what we're going to choose from. We're going to pick a random choice from. So we need to tell it that it's answers. We're going to take a random from answers, because Python doesn't know that right now. So inside of these brackets, we are going to put answers. So right now, if we run the code, it says, what is your question? If I say H, it's not a real question, but it gives me nope. And if I run it again and I say H, not in a million years. See, that already has the random, which is good, but it's not a real question. In a Magic 8 Ball, you don't have to ask a real question. You just, if you say nothing, it'll still give you an answer if you shake it. So we're going to do, what is your question, right here. Or you can do a question mark, but I'm going to do this because it's more formal, I guess. So if we run it, what is your question? Is the world a square? Question mark. Sure. So basically, it's not, but it might be. Yeah. So we have the working code. It works. So if I run it again, if I do A, B, C, D, no. See, it's printing a random. Because random not choice, what it does is prints random, and it's just a choice. You can choose whatever you want. It's random. So there's nothing really to it, but this is another way right here. See, this is basically with hashes. So this is telling you what you do. Hashtag, basically what it does is, if I say hashtag, it's like commenting it out. I can say whatever and it doesn't change the code because this is telling you what to do. So this is basically this, but slightly changed. There are many variations of this. This is just one way of doing it. There are slightly different ways, and yeah, that's basically it. Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next video.